Welcome back, Scrubs. For the ones that's up late, Scrubs. For the ones that's up late. I was watching my stream and then I mentioned or I caught myself talking about like the older tapes and stuff, like back in the day. And I might even kind of just make this stream just specifically about like the games and the different tapes and shit from back at that time. But I realized like damn, back in the day we really did only have like tapes to watch. Like we didn't have Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and all that shit. Like everybody didn't have cable back then. Some people had cable, but most people had to use an antenna back then. This was like before they had the digital conversion from analog. So mostly everything that you saw in the best form of entertainment was on VHS. So that was literally all we had. And it just kind of had me thinking about some of the old tapes. Like I just went through like sorting through this old box I had. This shit was made in fucking 1988, 89. So this must have been one of my brother's tapes before I was probably even around like that. It was from Kid Video and Heap Cat Entertainment in Nashville, Tennessee. They probably were the production company, or maybe they published it too. Heap Cat Entertainment published it. Guaranteed superior quality. I wonder whatever happened to them. Shit was fucking Daffy Duck. It's fucking Daffy Duck on here. If y'all can see that. Fucking Daffy Duck. Can't make this stuff up, man. This is literally our entertainment back in the 90s, for real. Like, as a kid, this is what we had. Like, when you didn't have cable, this was it. These were like the tapes that your parents found, like, in the grocery stores and shit, or in Blockbuster in the kids section, just to keep you occupied. You weren't getting on their nerves. And I used to watch the hell out of these tapes. 3 hours of animated fun, 25 cartoon classics. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Casper the Friendly Ghost used to be that dog back in the day. I remember watching him a lot. As fucking A Haunting We Will Go starring Casper. Impatient Patient starring Daffy Duck. Porky's Bear Fat starring Porky Pig. Dick Whittington's Cat. Hawaiian Birds. This is I remember all this shit. It'd be pretty cool if I could stream this. Look it up on the VHS, but that'll be super copyright violation. No, y'all remember Felix the Cat. This is also from Heap Cat Entertainment. Who were they? Because this thing have been making a lot of stuff. For video distributors. Yeah. Elmer Fudd and friends. Yep. That's what we had, but I'm about to try this shit one more time. Bad Boys Miami Takedown. Let's see how we do. I still got to go through that gas mask shit. All right, here we go. Damn, this shit got to start me way back here.
Okay, I'm in.
What can you see?
I can see anger.
Easy, partner. Chill pill time.
No, dude, it's the painting. They're all called anger.
Fuck!
Shot by a Russian. That just puts the cap on a
Damn it.
truly shitty day.
But you ain't wearing a cap.
What the hell kind of gun is this?
The hell's the matter with you now?
That's what I'm saying.
Real men's guns go boom. This thing just goes.
Relax, Mike. It happens to everybody. Look, they know you're there anyway. Just pull the trigger. Any trigger. I heard you like that kind of thing.
Fuck. God damn. This guy is ate up. Yeah, this level's pretty fucking difficult. I think my compadres have to work and go to class in the morning. I understand. I totally understand. Compadres have to go to class. But we will carry on. At least by the time they get back, they'll be able to see. Damn. He actually did it. Who the bastard could do it? We'll show some body armor in here. That'll be really helpful.
Okay, I'm in.
What can you see?
I can see anger.
Easy, partner. Chill pill time.
No, dude, it's the paintings. They're all called anger.
Snitch bastard.
Goddamn! Trigger Mike's
Hey,
on
you doing
fire
good
today.
health-wise.
What the hell kind of gun is this?
The hell's the matter with you now?
Real men's guns go boom. This thing just goes.
Relax, Mike. It happens to everybody. Look, they know you're there anyway. Just pull the trigger. Any trigger. I heard you like that kind of thing.
Welcome to America.
Shit.
Bad shirts, cheap aftershave. I'd probably shoot you anyway. Oh, look at this. Drug money.
Gotta pay for your illegal firearms somehow.
Okay, now we're cooking. Come to... What the...
Mike, something funny going on. These Russians don't give a shit about the artwork here.
I don't give a shit about the artwork either.
Not the point. These guys are supposed to. They're guarding something else.
Tell your friends. Tell everyone. Mike Lowry's in charge of Miami now.
It's got to be a help around here. Jeez, I know all these doors are locked. It's gotta be. Well, I guess I got to go ahead and continue.
Beam me up, Scotty.
So Mendoza still doesn't trust us, huh?
Senor Mendoza.
Huh? What the... Damn it.
Mike, what the hell's the matter with you? That stuff's toxic. Go find a gas mask before you drop dead or float off or something.
Damn, I needed that.
Needed what? The first aid or the guys to shoot your cone is off
Oh,
in the first
get in
place?
the door, please. Get in the door. I know it was in this fucking room.
You know what they say? If you can't beat them, blow them the fuck up.
Hey, what they say, it's only what you say. That's on that, and I'm straight on that. Get right here. How do I get out of here? Pistol shit. Fuck that pistol shit. That's cool to give you the little perspective from the gas mask, but right now I don't give a fuck. I just need them dead so I can proceed. Like I give a fuck. Oh. What the hell? Oh man, you gotta Rambo that shit.
Do I look like I got time to debate this?
Oh man, you gotta Rambo that shit. What am I collecting down here? Some shit. Right, they got a lot of shit here. Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck? Bruh. What's going on? Damn. Bro, what's going on in there?
Huh? What the hell's an antique flintlock doing in a modern art gallery?
I'm scared to even go in there. Oh shit, bro, what the fuck? Is this place exploding? What's going on?
Okay, Marcus, all done and dusted down here, but I think I need to split real quick.
Well, get in the damn elevator then.
Don't think the elevator's working no more.
Why would that be, Mike?
Because of the fire.
Fire? What damn fire?
Lots of damn fires down here. Aren't you paying attention? I just took down the whole drug lab.
What, with a goddamn flamethrower? And now you can't get your ass out of there?
It does appear that way. Look, how about some out-of-the-box thinking here, partner? You can give me shit later.
Out of the box? Mike, you shouldn't be in the goddamn box in the first place. You make me panic. Mike? Mike?
Hi. You see a small dog around here? His name's Marcus. Marcus!
Damn. Trigger Mike's fought today. But we got through the stage. I needed a little food in my system. Plus I had the itis earlier, so I fell asleep. That's why I was gonna stream around 5:30, but I fell asleep. Safe. I need a little food. I fell. I was. This is when I'm stuck with the pistol. I remember this shit now. This part's hard as hell. Yep, I remember this shit.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus! Marcus! You make this easy!
It's cool. It's giving me the real time perspective.
That just puts the cap on a truly shitty day.
They're fighting.
You ain't wearing a cap.
How the hell can the game continues to be like that? Oh shit. Oh.
Okay, that does it.
Ooh.
I get shot one
Nope.
more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you? Ah, damn it! Everybody just
I think
quit
I'm gonna
shooting
survive
me.
this.
Oh, you're gonna spoil the only fun we get now. Amigo.
Just
It really does, man. Like, it does have a Max vibe, Max Payne vibe to it. But Max Payne kind of had more, let's say, dynamics to it than this. This is just kind of straightforward. Just kind of biting and playing off of the movie's popularity for them to sell the product. But I could say they tried with this. Kind of had more dynamics. Every game can't be perfect, but they got their run with this one.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus! Marcus!
Okay,
Oh,
that
shit.
does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you? Shot by a Russian! That just puts the cap on a truly shitty day.
But you ain't wearing a cap.
How much ammo ammo you packing anyhow?
Oh shit, it's a lot of them.
Lasagna, amigo.
Oh shit.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus! Marcus!
Import this, asshole.
Ah, damn it! Everybody just quit shooting me!
Oh, so you can spoil the only fun we get, man.
Hey, don't stop shooting just because I'm around. And why the hell are we stuck with these fucking pistols? Like, motherfuckers got AKs and all kind of shit. Like, damn.
I see. Pity about the blood stains.
Stop shooting just because I'm around.
I love these things. Just throw 'em.
And watch them bounce back and blow your own legs off!
Yep, I remember this part. In the review, this is where I got stuck.
Don't make me
I
shoot
couldn't
every
make it no
single
further
goddamn
than
one of
this.
you.
No, it was actually a little further than this. But this is when it got ridiculous. So I'm gonna have to just be patient this time. And know that Trigger Mike's gonna be a bitch today. Patient. Oh, Trigger Mike's gonna be a bitch today.
Marcus, that cannon of yours appears to be loaded and pointing at my ass.
God damn, stop them.
Waste a goddamn bullet.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus! Marcus!
Yeah, that bullet mechanic on Max Payne is cool. That's pretty much like what I meant as far as like the dynamics of it. You know, you could tell they wanted to expand on the whole Matrix idea, but throw that into a video game since it was real popular back in the early 2000s. Most definitely. I beat Max Payne years ago. Yeah, that bullet mechanic on Max Payne is that's pretty much like what I meant as far as like the you could tell they wanted it the whole Matrix into a video. Years ago.
Say what? Cool. Now I'm almost as good as new.
Which wasn't that good?
How the hell with this, man? Bullets are one thing, but Russian lead my ass is way beyond the Call of Duty.
You wanna try explaining that to them?
Mike, these Russians are starting to get me. Hey, Clumsy, shoot the other guy for a change.
Say what? Goddamn, I should shoot you myself.
I got him.
Don't sound so surprised. You're supposed to be good at this, remember?
God damn.
Taking fire here.
I don't care. Stay the hell away from me.
Hey, Marcus, I could do with some help over here.
Motherfucker.
How much ammo you packing anyhow? You spraying bullets everywhere today. Still
Damn.
not getting any at
With a
home?
pistol. Let's go. They still won't let me pick up no weapons.
Hey, get your ass back here, Marcus! Marcus!
Oh. Damn. Shit, dog. Nice covering, Mike.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
You messing with the bad boys now.
Six.
Not my town, bonehead.
Yes, Marcus, it is a lovely gun, but I don't want to see that side of it.
Okay, boys, time to wake up and do the submachine gun cha-cha.
Oh man, I'm writing that down. And I'm gonna tell Captain Howard, because this is just way scary now.
Oh! Don't get him.
Fully automatic assault Marcus. Keep your head the fuck out of my way.
You know, I think you like weapons just a tad too much.
Tactical. Know what that means? Means I get to kick your ass, punk. Tactical. Know what that means? Means I always
Actually,
win,
somewhat of a
asshole.
video game now. Or grenades.
Unrefined orchid. We gotta find out where this shit comes from.
Move it, fat boy. We got a deal to bust.
Chill out. I'm coming. Wait a sec. What you call me?
I can use some help right now. What the fuck?
Leanne, get the motor running. We're on our way out.
I'm on it.
Oh, shit. All right, we did it. This game will give you more of a reason to hate Martin Lawrence. Starting to hate both of them, to be honest. Playing this shit. Hate executions. Damn. This game will give you more of a reason.
Did you guys miss out on the evidence gathering course at the police academy?
Jeez, that's a lot of money to have seized. Oh, that's the damage she's done. Almost $500,000. You know what? I'll take loose cannon with this one. It's fucking annoying. Oh, that's the damage. I'll take.
What can I
Sorry,
say?
who made this game? Crave Entertainment? Yeah. This feels like a Crave Entertainment game too. It's got that same vibe as Trigger, man. I don't even remember this. Made this game Crave Entertainment. Feels like a Crave Entertainment. It's got that same vibe as Trigger.
Okay,
Oh,
partner,
wow.
this is the real thing. I cover you as much as I can. Just keep your head down and your eyes sharp.
We gonna get any backup?
You heard the cap. I am the backup.
Okay, buddy. I'm going in.
Straight ahead. Sniper on the roof, warehouse 39.
Snipers on every fucking roof. Just tell them to blow any balls off you see that's moving. Alright, aye aye, Captain. Blow any balls off you see that's moving. Alright. Oh, there we go.
Stay sharp, bro. There's more coming in. Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom
Oh, they
again.
found me.
Sniper, warehouse 45, rooftop. Hostiles, right hand side.
Oh, we still got
What
one.
the hell with this, man?
Hey, stay sharp, Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
Keep your head down. Hostiles, dead center.
I need to destroy you!
Mike, these Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Pumsky, shoot the other.
Mike, sniper, warehouse 39, hurry!
Damn it. Where's this fuck? Bitch, I know that. I'm trying to look for warehouse 39. Where's this fuck? Bitch, I know that. I'm trying to look for warehouse 39. That person? Oh.
Got them. Large yellow container unit.
Oh. This shit ain't helping. Okay, large yellow container unit. Oh, there he is. Fuck. Shoot him. shoot this fuck.
Got him.
Damn.
They're coming out of the containers.
You might have to be on your own on this one, bro.
Got him.
Stay sharp, Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
Right-hand side of the yellow container.
Alright, man. You might have to be on your own on this one, bro.
Thanks, Mike.
Down in front of the green warehouse.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he died. I thought I died. Cool. Oh, he died. I thought I died.
What can I say? Once in a blue moon, you two clowns get lucky. Good work tracking this to the docks. Now stay with it.
Okay, partner, this is the real thing. I cover you as much as I can. Just keep your head down and your eyes sharp.
We gonna get any backup?
You heard the cap. I am the backup.
Okay, buddy. I'm going in.
Straight ahead. Sniper on the roof, warehouse 39.
Stay sharp, bro. There's more coming in. Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you?
Sniper, warehouse 45, rooftop.
Oh, God.
Hostiles, right-hand side.
Ah, the hell with this, man. Bullets are one thing, but Russian led my ass.
Hey! Stay sharp, Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
Watch him, he's wild.
Keep your head down. Hostiles, dead center.
Mike, these Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Bubsky, shoot the other guy for a change.
Say what? Goddamn! I should shoot you myself.
Mike, sniper, warehouse 39, hurry! large yellow container unit.
Damn. The fuck? Like, hit him. What the hell?
It got him. They're coming out of the containers. It got him.
Right in the balls.
Stay sharp, Leanne. You see movement? Call it.
Thanks, Mike.
Down in front of the green warehouse. Good shot, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Little
What's the matter with you?
contact. All coming in.
Got it.
Warehouse 45. Rooftop still hot, Mike.
Hush, 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 hush. I got it.
Sniper on the left. Snipers on the main crane, left-hand side of the dock. Mike, those 3 trucks are looking real busy. Right of the red container, Mike.
Ah. Step back before I fall in this fucking ocean.
Good shot, partner.
Relax, guys. Mike's in the hot seat.
Still got hostiles. Warehouse 55.
Oh. This shooting is delayed on here. Come on, bro.
How about you lower that gun and I start breathing again?
Ah.
Ain't out of this yet, partner.
Man,
Don't
come
let
on.
me down.
Yeah. I hate the sniper rifle on this game. So stiff.
Keep your head down, Marcus.
More of these fuckers. Damn. He ain't gonna survive.
Okay, I'm going in.
That's the place, Marcus. Warehouse 57.
Take it easy, bro.
Yes, I did it. Came through in the clutch. Yeah, like the voice characters on this game is terrible. Like they just literally randomly walked down the street, saw two random black guys, said, "Hey, you're black. You can sound like Will Smith. Hey, you can sound like Ron Lawrence. Here's $50. All right, we're not gonna get any copyrights for this game. Here you go." And that was it. That's literally what happened. And yes, I murdered a lot of Russians in this game, and I'm glad I did. I put on for capitalism. All right, we're not going to get any in this game. Here you go. That was it. That's literally what happened. Yes, I murdered a lot of Russians in this game, and I'm glad I did. Put on for capitalism. Yeah, they probably did grab some white guys and tell them to act black because they do sound real country. Like they sound like they from like fucking Lynchburg, Tennessee, or some shit like that. That's not anything against anybody from that town, but they don't sound like there's some black guys. Where's Will Smith from Philly? Yeah, they probably did grab some white guys and tell them to act black. Like, they definitely don't sound like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. They sound like they from like fucking Lynchburg, Tennessee. That's not anything like. Don't sound like. Where's Will Smith from?
Okay, man, this is it. We got him. It's all going down right here. Got the whole crew.
Careful, dude. Ain't gonna be able to get you out of any boxes this time round.
Yeah, and all this stuff is just unnatural Ebonics. That's definitely true. It's like you can't even tell what region of Ebonics they trying to
Holy
even
shit.
emulate.
You ain't gonna believe this,
Just
man.
awful.
Guy doing the deal with Mendoza? It's Ray Jackson. The son of a bitch is still alive.
That's impossible,
Cut
Marcus.
scenes aren't too
That's
bad in this game.
bullshit.
I know what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing Ray fucking Jackson, and he's knee deep in this shit.
You're lying, Marcus. What the hell is wrong with you?
Marcus, some heavy-duty shit going down here tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on. You gotta sort that shit out, man.
Lynchburg Ebonics. Yep. Oh, man. Got his face blown off.
Marcus, heads up. You got enemies on the roof. I can't get an angle on them.
Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom
I
again.
wonder why his health was getting drained so fast, man. He running around here with a fucking pistol. Dude, like, that's just not gonna work no more.
Okay, now nobody panic.
I am not panicking.
Good. Just keep your head down. That place is crawling with assholes packing artillery.
No shit.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
Come out and fight, coward! Dos vidania, amigo!
This is funny because this is exactly the kind of like mannerisms that Russians use for real. I was doing appliance work for this. This is a little personal history. I was doing appliance work for this Russian guy, and I remember everything was going well, but the way he had his system was really fucked up because he wanted me to like go to the customers, get the money from them after I did the work orders. And then after I got all the money that I earned for the day, let's say I went and did a drain pump job on a fucking washer, then I went and did another job where I did a lid switch, and I went and paid for the parts myself. And all he did was sit down to, of course, the jobs and whatnot. But he would expect me to get that $500 that I earned for the day and give it to him. And then for every job that I did throughout the week, he basically wanted me to give him all the money and then wait until that Sunday for him to give me a percentage of that check, which would be like probably like, I think we had a 60-40 percentage. But I was paying for all the parts and doing all the driving. I had all the liability with everything going on with my vehicle, the jobs and all that stuff. And I remember a few of those jobs I didn't even tell him about. I just kept the money for myself. Man, that Russian man got mad as hell. Shit was funny as hell. That dude was like, "You fool! I have been in the business for over 35 years. And you think you can fool me? You must not know who I am. You don't know who you're dealing with." It's like they really talk like that. Like he talked with the fucking vodka on his breath and everything. Motherfucker was ready to wrestle me like he did polar bears and shit over in Siberia. He was real pissed. That shit was fucking hilarious. He's like, "I want my contracts. Do you understand me, homie?" Remember that shit on Money Talks. "I want my diamonds."
I destroy you!
I can't make this stuff up, y'all. You'll be amazing the kind of stuff you deal with out here trying to do independent business, especially here in Atlanta, man. It's just so many people coming from every fucking where. These motherfuckers are from everywhere out here. God damn it.
Letting my ass is way beyond the Call of Duty.
You want to try explaining that to them?
I can't make this stuff up, y'all. You'll be amazing the kind of stuff you deal with out here trying to do independent business, especially here in Atlanta. It's just so many people.
Cool. Now I'm almost as good. What's the matter with you? God damn it. It's like Red Square in here.
Stay on them. Time to take that Akimov bastard down for good. Head
Oh yeah, little bag of high-grade, highly addictive, low-down shit time. Mike, these Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Pugski, shoot the other guy for a change.
Say what? Goddamn, I should shoot you myself.
God damn. A massacre in this bitch. Just the kind of artwork I want to see. Yeah, that fucking, yeah, screw Russia, man.
Go, man.
I can see why now, when I get older, why all these movies were basically like the Russians were enemies. Because some of those people, they're cool, but some of them are assholes, especially when it comes to the way they handle their business. I'm like, dude, the way you run this business, this is like pimps and hoes. Like, this is capitalism here in America. People used to getting screwed over to pay their bills. Like, this is the complete opposite here. I'm not about to give you everything that I earn for you to give it back to me. That's communism, you idiot. We not in fucking Russia. The way you run this is like pimps and hoes. Like, capitalism. Like, this is the opposite.
I love these things. Just throw them.
And watch them bounce back and blow your own legs off.
Nice suit. Pity about the blood stains.
Yeah.
Don't make me shoot every single goddamn one of you. Wasting goddamn bullets.
Fuck. Where the fuck did you come from?
Looks like Mendoza's been here. It's all starting to fit together.
Where the fuck did you come from?
I got him.
Don't sound so surprised. You're supposed to be good at this, remember?
Shit, is more of them? What are these motherfuckers? dead? All right. Oh. So I always like to check all the rooms before I leave because you never know what you're leaving behind.
You messing with the bad boys now.
I don't know why I love shooting somebody in the head with a shotgun. It's real stress relieving. Guess he like doing it too.
Man, I can't believe Jackson sold us out.
I know. Don't forget about Akimov. We'll worry about Jackson later. Trying to write your name with bullet holes again? Because it looks like you spelled it. A-S-S.
Wish I had the fucking AK or something, man. This fucking shit ain't hurt. It's always got to be a warehouse scene in like an action movie. Damn, I thought that was some body armor. Fuck.
Not my town, bonehead.
This level's kind of long, ain't it? Oh, come on, man. Damn. Yeah, pretty much. You go to that little third person mode when you take cover. Let's see how far back it's gonna start me. Damn, right? Way back here? Damn.
Marcus, heads up. You got enemies on the roof.
Oh shit, forgot about that.
Dos Vidania, amigo.
How much ammo you packing anyhow? Okay, now nobody panic.
I am not panicking.
Good. Just keep your head down. That place is crawling with assholes packing artillery.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be
Shooting
real
me.
mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you?
I need to destroy you! Ah, to hell with this, man. Bullets are one thing, but Russian lead my ass is way beyond the Call of Duty.
You want to try explaining that to them?
Import this, asshole. Mike, these Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Pump Steve, shoot the other guy for a change.
Say what? Goddamn! I should shoot you myself.
Damn it, dog.
Nice suit. Pity about the blood stains.
How much ammo you packing anyhow?
Oh yeah, little bag of high-grade, highly addictive, low-down shitty times.
Man, these bastards started to make me not ever like a Russian ever again. Not gonna lie, it's some fine ass Russian women though, so can't say that about the women. Not gonna lie, it's some fine ass Russian women. Hell? Kill this fuck. Like, remember the Russian girl from GoldenEye? What was her name? Then on Zatanya on the top. She was like one of the hottest Russian girls ever in like any movie. She had like a strong sexual appetite. Like, remember the Russian girl from GoldenEye? What was her name? On the top.
I love these things. Just throw them.
And watch them bounce back and blow your own legs off. How much ammo you packing anyhow?
Like, I need to conserve these grenades for later. Try to do this like a true professional gamer. So I would like to do this as a profession.
Don't make me shoot every single goddamn one of you.
Fuck on, huh? Ooh, wait. Great headshot, homie.
You spraying bullets everywhere today. Still not getting any at home?
Nope. Haven't been getting none at home. That's why I'm blasting all these fuckers to oblivion. Damn. Oh man, he's still alive? Like, come on, bro.
Goddamn bullet.
The most beautiful woman from Earth is from Russia. Mother Russia. Seriously, like, those women are fine as hell. Most beautiful woman from Earth is from Russia. Mother Russia. Seriously, like, those women are fine as hell. Know one thing. You gotta be better than these American women. I mean, shit. Plus, you got to think about it like this too. Look at the other men in these other ethnicity, in these other cultures, and just how strange they seem to us as Americans. So, like, if we were there in their, I mean, I won't know if I would want to live in their countries under their norms and stuff, but I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard for American men really to get those type of women, honestly, because those men and those cultures, it's like they already got them under these strict domains, but at the same time, they also kind of be weird as hell too, like, because you know, especially, I mean, just think about the ones you see that try to assimilate here in America. So, you know, I just feel like
Don't sound so surprised. You're supposed to be good.
a lot of men here in America don't really know their options is expanded like that with women because we've been here in America. And then a lot of people don't even have money to even move around in their own state. So you only know what's around you, honestly, until you get the hell out of your own environment. A lot of men here in America don't really know. Yeah. Damn.
You messing with the bad boys now. Man, I can't believe Jackson sold us out.
I know. Don't forget about Akimov. We'll worry about Jackson later.
I need some type of long-range weapon with this. You said what kind of American women? I mean, to be honest, it's all racist. I'm gonna be honest, like, from my experiences, it's all racist. You know, of course, you know, with black women, honestly, with them, you know, like, a lot of their issues is just gonna go back to shit that be going on with their parents and stuff, and them not really understanding certain values that, you know, that other men might have that they expect you to uphold to.
Let's go, man.
And it's like, if you know, with a lot of these women, especially here in America, like, the men here kind of have been failures, so they ain't really never seen no example of like what an actual guy is supposed to do. So if it is somewhat of an example of like that around them, a lot of women, especially here in America, don't respect that. You know, they kind of look at you like it's competition in a sense. To be honest, I mean, a lot of these American women, because they have their choices like that, they really look at men as like, they're competitors, honestly. They feel like they better than men. Whereas in other cultures, I think they kind of got more of an understanding of like a family structure and, and in marriage and all the other norms and stuff that, that we've always been taught. I think they're kind of more traditional on that. Whereas here in, in this capitalist world, there's more choices. So women exalt that. I mean, look at what they do. Don't nobody really take relationships seriously no more. Nobody take marriages seriously. Nobody don't even really want to be married no more. Because it's more of a burden, to men, and than it will be for the woman. So it's kind of just killed everything, honestly. Like the choices that both men and women have been given, honestly. But I mean, honestly, it don't even matter what race it is. I've seen it from all women, white, black, Hispanic, Japanese. It don't even damn matter. I've experienced it and I've seen it. So, but I mean, that's just honestly how it's gonna be. Especially be here in in this country. That's why I just say, try to just get your money right so you can have, the best choice that you want. Or if you find somebody that you can deal with right now and y'all build something together and it works out, then that's cool as well. It's not often, but it's possible. Or find somebody that you can deal with right now. I'll build something together if it works out. Man, come on, dog. But one thing I will honestly say is don't rush into no relationship or rush to try to, do anything to try to build like a family and all that stuff. I wouldn't advise to try to rush into that. I don't have no kids. And to be honest, I'm damn near to the point where I don't even know if I want any kids because of the shit I've seen. And then it's like, honestly, in this modern age, a lot of these women, would you honestly want them to be the mother of your child? Like the way you see them running around out here, uncivilized, you know what I'm saying? Unable to handle, unable to, to provide for themselves, unable to do for you. So would you honestly want that to be the mother of your child? No, because the choices ain't really that great out here, honestly. I wouldn't be rushing to do that. I'd be just trying to build my brand or build up my business or whatever and stick to that, because that shit ain't talking about nothing. Like I said, most folks I know that got kids, and like I said, most people I see that's trying to go on their low journey to their independence, their number one problem is dealing with these low-level ass women that they dealing with. And it's honestly gonna stop them in their tracks too. They ain't never gonna be able to accede to that point because of these issues they dealing with. It's sad. Like I said, most people I see that trying to go on their low journey. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I mean, that's always going to be like the thing that women do, though, is just try to, use a man for his resources and stuff. But, I mean, at the same time, that kind of is like the role that you have as a man, is to provide. Not to say that that's just what you're supposed to do is be letting a woman live off of you. She's supposed to be able to provide the same stuff you doing. But you know, the most important thing is that these are three things that you're gonna want to expect from a woman, man. Mainly is number one, you want her to be cooperative. Well, not in a sense like where she's just obedient, like like this dog, but just like where where y'all could agree with one another. She ain't all snappy and getting an attitude with at you with little old stuff, doing stuff to stress you out, doing stuff to make you have different other issues that you already got going on top of the current issues you're dealing with in your life. So number one, she got to be cooperative. Two, she got to be able to maintain her own business. So meaning that if you ain't around, she got to be able to handle stuff even without your assistance or any of your knowledge or your input. And it's not like everything has to be done, but she basically can maintain her own and can maintain whatever it is that you left and established if you're not around. That's got to be number two. And number three, she just got to be nice. You don't. I just realized as I get older, I don't want to deal with no broad that's just mean and and got an attitude and nasty and shit all the time. Like, that's just unattractive. I'm not gonna lie. And of course, she got look good according to whatever your standards are. Say every man has his own standards. Like my neighbor, for instance. What I'm saying? I mean, his wife. Not to take anything from her. But she looked like a chocolate Norwal. You know what I'm saying? But that's his wife. And I mean, and that's what's good for him, and she works out for him, and she look good to him.
Come on, Marcus.
I mean,
Don't
shit.
make me
It
drag
works
your ass over
well. I mean, that's just not my preference. I like my women a little bit more slim. But I do like my women thick as hell though. But at the same time, it's like if that's his preference, ain't nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I guarantee that, that woman represents all three of those things that I mentioned. And that's typically why men stay with women. Like, don't no man want to stay with a woman if she don't do those three things I said too long. She just honestly just be a fuck. And and it's like you don't really want that, especially when you get older, because it just don't have any true value. Typically why men stay with no man want to stay with if she don't do those things. Man, shit, nothing much, man. Just still, doing my thing. Yeah, I mean, men do that, but I'm not gonna lie, man. In this day and age, men really don't be settling for less anymore. It's like honestly, like I said, men these days have their choices. They know it because of the internet and stuff. You don't. It's like these days, like man, when I was younger, like I said, when I was telling you about that girl Honesty, like in those days, like it was about like you had to actually talk to women. Like you couldn't just pay women and what I'm saying and just get things done like that. Like it's like now everything is a business transaction when you dealing with women. But back then it was a little bit more natural. I mean, this was in like 2004. So it was a little more natural then, but I mean, but men now they got choices, and then it's expanded too. And then if you got money, then you pretty much got more choices. So I think that some people settle for less, but honestly, I don't really see that happening with too many men. I mean, it depends on the kind of male we talking about too, because a lot of these guys they just be wanting sex all the time, and it's like if all you trying to look for is sex, then more than likely, yeah, you're gonna end up like going to a lower grade woman, than whatever you were dealing with before. Because a lot of them just think about the convenient sex. But it's like, damn, what is the sex really getting you at the end of the day? Like,
Holy shit!
Cause it's like I don't be getting it. It's like you end up with all these kids, and you end up with all this stress. I be hearing these boys talk, man. Like I said, these boys don't be playing video games no more. Like these be the same guys, like they grew up playing the same games as you, roasting the same people as you, doing all this stuff. And it's like when they get in these situations, man, that stuff just be draining they whole like youth out of them, man. And it's just like, damn, like I'm just glad I always was able to avoid that stuff, man. You know. And that's another thing too. I would advise you too, man. You know, especially like being in your 20s, is you know, I will advise you. You know, like don't really deal with with girls that's like your age, because seriously, like especially like if you were like your early 20s, like don't deal with that would be now when you get older, of course, and you want to deal with like a younger girl, that's cool. But when you like young, like you're in your early 20s, I wouldn't really want to deal with no girl my age. That's just gonna be nothing but stress and mayhem. Matter of fact, I was seeing that guy. What's that guy who made the basketball the basketball videos of Flight Reaction or something like that? Man, I was watching a video of him, his girl on live stream, yelling at him, throwing all his shit around in his apartment, calling the police on him and shit. It's like these boys be getting into all kind of problems, man. I'm telling you. And it be literally changing their whole personality. They don't even be the same individuals. The basketball videos, Flight Reaction or something like that. And I was watching a video of him, his girl on live stream, yelling at him, throwing all this shit around in his apartment, calling him. Y'all will be amazed the kind of stuff that I have seen these guys be involved in over women. I mean, it's crazy. But that's what I was saying too. As a guy, like you just got to make sure you just. I mean, even as a young female too, like, cause it ain't about like just trying to like oh man, we gotta stick together like we these fucking Greek, gay Trojans and shit. Like, I mean, it's for young ladies as well too. Like I said, like like all those things I was saying earlier. Those are just characteristics of a young lady, And that's what you want, so just like as a guy, like, what I'm saying, as what I would just consider not an alpha male, but just more of like a renaissance man, like a true man, like, just being able to have your business together, being able to, to provide for yourself, provide for, for a woman. If you had to deal with her, you gotta have that money to be able to provide for her. Otherwise, you don't need to try to be in a relationship dealing with a woman, because they gonna cost money. I mean, it's like, if you already know that, and the thing is just to try to make sure all that is together before dealing with them, because they're gonna cost money. I mean, to be honest, like, women could be like kids, but men could be like kids as well too. Because I can't sit here and harp on on the woman and just say that she's just this childish being who just want this daddy to take care of her, because there's a lot of these men out here who living just like that. A lot of men I know right now, man, like I said, they literally are living off of the women they dealing with. These boys don't work. These boys don't pay no bills. And they sitting around and play video games all day, but they ain't streaming like what I'm doing. They just sitting around doing that shit, just being a consumer. It's sad.
Okay, now nobody panic.
I am not panicking.
Good. Just keep your head
That's just
down.
the main thing when
That place is crawling
you're dealing with a
with
woman out here. You just really want to make sure that you got. And it's kind of like I listen to this guy named Kevin Samuel. He make like videos talking about this stuff, regarding things that guys got to be prepared for. Because I'm pretty much in the stage of what he called like the hitman stage, like where I'm trying to get my business together. So I'm not really looking at the whole relationship thing, any of that, to be like something that's all that important. I mean, to be honest, I never really have. Of course, like I've said before, I got women that I've dealt with, and still deal with now. But at the same time, it's just not about to be all that.
Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you?
One thing I will advise though, if I was in my early 20s, I mean, because I did that when I was shit, man, I'm not gonna lie. Up till about the age of like 26, 27, I did not like any girls that was younger than me or my age. Like every woman I ever dealt with, like before that, was older than me.
You wanna try explaining that to
Like
them?
by at least 4 or 5 years. Like I said, the oldest, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. The oldest woman I've had was like in her 50s, man, but she looked good as hell though.
Stay on it.
Talking about
Time to
good
take
as
that
hell.
lucky moth bastard down for good. Head downstairs and
So
get out of the car.
I've had women 30s, 40s. Like I could tell you, you know, like the difference in like that age bracket by at least 4 or 5 years. You know, and like how different women are. And of course, you know, in the end, you want a girl your age, you know, because you know, you ain't nothing you could do. You ain't like you gonna marry no older woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'll just be for fun or whatever. But I will say though that during this time, a lot of these girls that's your age in their early 20s, they're gonna be dealing with dudes that's like 20 years older than them. And these niggas gonna be tricking off on these broads. You know what I'm saying? Because it started in high school. You know, these women been doing this shit since high school. When I was in fucking middle school, I remember it was a girl that was pregnant by a dude that was already like in college, and we was like in 9th grade. You know? So I was saying because it started in high school. You know, women been doing this shit since high school. And I was in fucking middle school. I remember it was a girl that was pregnant by a dude that was already in college, and we was like 9th grade. You know? Yeah, it's to be honest, shit. It ain't never been no equal thing in no relationship, honestly. Cause think about it like this: shit, if y'all goddamn got one car and you driving that bitch, or let's say she had to drive it and go to work, and that shit break down, naturally, cause you got nuts. You the one that got to try to figure out the fucking problem. Whether you the one that got to fix that shit, pay for it or whatever, you know. So honestly. Think about it like this. If y'all goddamn got one car and you driving that bitch, or let's say she had to drive and go to work and that shit break down, naturally, because you got nuts. The one that got to try to figure out the fucking problem, whether you the one that got to fix that shit, pay for it or whatever. You know, so. Easy Montana. Building. Yeah, like I don't care what nobody say. Like, you know, at the end of the day, men are the ones that's getting shit done, or at least men that give a shit. You know. And trying to make things better in life. So, like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, oh shit!
These Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Pumpsky, shoot the other guy for a change.
Say what? Goddamn, I should shoot you myself. and bullets everywhere today. Still not getting any
God
home.
damn. Fuck. This level's really long. I'm not gonna lie. Shit.
I got him!
Sounds so surprised. You're supposed to be good at this, remember?
I wish I could preserve this shit somehow. Yeah, you're right, man. You got the right philosophy. You know, like I said, man, in due time, you'll find that right woman for you.
Come on,
You know.
Marcus. Don't make me drag your ass
And
over
of course,
here.
it ain't like it's gonna happen anytime soon. You're gonna have different flings. You're gonna have different situations you're gonna get in where it might seem a little painful dealing with them, and but it'll in due time it'll all come together. It's just
Let's
better
go,
not
man.
to try to rush it.
Like I said, man, in due time.
It's interesting. I was looking at your comments in the last chat, Alex, and I didn't realize you were talking about like you were saying your teacher had was trying to seduce you and had like a fling for you. That's fucking hilarious.
What you waiting for? We gotta move.
That's funny as hell, man. I'll never forget when I was in second grade. I had this teacher. Her name was Miss Robinson. I remember it was this older. She was a white lady. I remember, man. But I ain't gonna lie. She was like younger, of course, for like that time. Now she was saying young as shit to me. She probably had to be like in her late 20s then, I would say.
That's funny as hell, man.
I remember she looked good though.
I never forget when
And I remember she used to flirt with me the same way. Like this was in like 1998. Like this was so long ago. But I remember she used to say that I was cute. And I remember, like I said, she used to she used to. I remember one time she said like if I was your age, like because I used to act like she was like my girlfriend, like and be talking to her and stuff, and acting like we were like in boyfriend girlfriend and shit like that. But like I said, I think that she probably did have like some type of feelings for me,
And I remember, like
I didn't probably know what the hell was going on at the time, but I was so naive and innocent then. I didn't know, but definitely I had those experiences too. But I'm not gonna lie, dude. In my neighborhood, I had those experiences as well, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think that she probably did have like some type of
My boy DZ Montana, he in the comment section, he probably could relate and tell y'all just as well. But I remember it was this girl in our neighborhood named Zatania. And Zatania probably was about 5 years older than me. And I remember like whenever we used to be around and shit, like this girl, she used to always like do a little freaky shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but only with me though. Like I said, and I didn't know if she was just trying to fuck on my head or what the hell was going on. But I remember we would be just like in the neighborhood playing this stuff, and like I said, back in the day, we was co-ed. Like I said, it was boys outside playing with girls, and everything was just normal back then. But like I said, they was already like probably like 15 or something like that at the time. I was about like maybe 9 or 10 years old. So, you know, they already like having sex and, you know, doing stuff like that. I'm just sitting here thinking that it's a joke and, you know, it's just a game or whatever. And I remember that girl used to be with my other friend, his sister, and she used to come down and like visit from up north during the summer. And Zatanya used to be a freak for real. I remember she used to be like, I would be just sitting there, you know, playing around, minding my own business. And then she would come to me, she'd be like, "Hey, Chase." And I turn around and look at it, she would like lift her shirt up and be showing me her boob and shit. I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, what the hell? I was sitting here confused as hell. But I ain't gonna lie. She was a freak. She used to do that. And then, like, you know, like during the day or like at the end of the day when everybody was getting ready to go home and shit. And, you know, of course, you know, girls would be, you know, giving everybody a hug and shit like that. But with me, I remember whenever she would like hug me, when nobody was looking, that girl used to like lick in my ear, bro. And that shit used to be freaky as hell. Like that shit freaked me out. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of her. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Like, I was scared of her for a long time because I saw like, damn, like I didn't know anything about pornos or anything about that really at that time. So really, I got thrown to the wolves when it came to that. I'm sitting here experiencing this before I even know about a porno, about sex or any of that. And then, you know, but I always like had these little experiences though, like ever since I can remember, like with young girls. I mean, with older women, like 5 and 6, 7 years older than me, doing those stuff, fucking and playing with my head. And I remember, like, it got me to a point where I did not like girls my age for years, till I got older. So,
I know.
you know,
Don't forget about Akima.
so I definitely can relate to that. Matter of fact, that's the reason that I probably came up with the Frustrated Game Reviewer, why I was able to come up with all these sex jokes and innuendos and all that stuff. Well, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that came from we had a friend in our neighborhood named Lee. And Lee used to do it, you know, he used to make a lot of sex jokes and do a lot of little stuff like that. As a matter of fact, that girl I was just telling y'all about, that was Lee's friend. Because, you know, like I said, Lee's like 5 years older than me. So, oh yeah, but I never forget her, man. Like I said, that shit was crazy as hell, y'all. Crazy. I cannot make this stuff up. I literally used to be scared of her. I remember like cause she stayed in the neighborhood behind us. Whenever we were getting ready to go over there and stuff, I'd be like, damn, it's Xenia. Let's just call her Xenia. I don't want to put her business out there like that. Y'all end up looking her up on Facebook and shit like that. So, I mean, yeah, like, Xenia used to scare the shit out of me. We'll be getting ready to go over there to that neighborhood. I'd be like, Xenia over there? Oh, she outside? Oh, I ain't going over there. I ain't gonna lie, that licking in my ear shit right there, that shit used to fucking freak me out. Not even gonna sit here and lie. Yeah. Xenia used to scare the shit out. And like I said, it's interesting, Alex, you talking about the women with attitudes and stuff. I mean, like I said, I remember growing up. You know, of course, you know, you can't approach a woman like just any old kind of way. Anyway, they gonna, you know, look at you a certain kind of way. But I just never really remember girls like getting snappy and, you know, and having attitudes and doing that stuff growing up. Honestly, it's interesting, Alex, you talking about. I don't really remember that too much. I mean, like I said, believe it or not, man, I was around a lot of freaks growing up. So, you know, of course, you know, I was kind of around women that was like really open, because I was around, you know, girls that was like 5, 3 or 4 years older than me. So they looking at me like a snack, to be honest. You know, till I got older, and that's when that shit went out. All that innocent shit with me went out the window.
You messing with the bad boys now.
Really open. 5, 3 or 4 years older than me, so they're looking at me like a snack. older.
Not my town, bonehead.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, like I said, I used to be the most shyest person in the world, man. And see, that's why that's why I like I said, that's why girls kind of used to pick on me and and do little stuff like that because I was like more closed minded. Well, not closed minded, but just more reserved. It's just kind of more shy. But like I said, I just realized that women will take advantage of that, and you kind of have to be an animal with them. It's like honestly with women, it's like going on the hunt. You know what I'm saying? You could be that one lion or that one crocodile that's gonna sit there and wait for the right moment, or you could be that one that's just gonna go strike and just kill. And with women, you got to strike with them because you got to realize they don't even respect a man like that because they never even really seen an example of what a man is supposed to do because they fathers didn't do it. So you got to realize, man, like when you dealing with them, it's not just you. It's failures of men before them, failures of previous relationships they had. You dealing with previous problems. Like with men, it's like shit. Or at least with it how it should be. You shouldn't even be concerned about what your previous relationship was and all that.
Not just you, it's failures of men before them, failures of relationships they had, you just want to treat them
Tactical. Know what that means? Means I get to kick your ass, punk.
But yeah, one thing I would say though that I'm glad that I had that experience with women is like I said, that experience I had with Xenia kind of allowed me to respect women a lot more because I was scared of her. I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared of her. Like I said, she did some shit to me. I didn't think that I always thought women were the ones that were supposed to be submissive and innocent and all that shit. But I saw at an early age that's not the case out here. And not like she was just a freak and she'll just do anything, But I just saw that women could actually be the dominant ones in certain situations. So yeah, just gotta have respect for women. And when you're dealing with them.
not like, she just,
I think that's why even today, like, I've never really been a person that thirsted over women like that too, because, like I said, at an early age, I always had girls like flirting with me that was much older. I don't know, like I said, they probably were just fucking with my head, but it's like that experience kind of, not like it gave me like a sense of confidence, but it was just more like a sense of like understanding that, okay, you could get along with women pretty well. Like, you don't, as long as you can kind of be more open with them and you can kind of see who they are and understand, because like I said, you'll be amazed. Like, you really would get a lot better along with these women than you would these men out here, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, man. You would have better conversations with them, Not, and like I said, it don't even have to be about sex all the time. You can just be around them just for company. Easier to deal with. Because men are always gonna be trying to be competitive with you. Man either gonna, want to have what you have. He gonna be trying to get more than what you got, or he gonna be trying to judge whatever it is that you're doing. But that's generally how it's gonna be out here with men. A woman to try to compete with you, but a woman is gonna try to, do things alongside with you because that's her nature. But it's a man's nature to be competitive with another man, and but men don't have to be that way. But that's just how it's gonna be out here when you're around a lot of other guys. That's why it's just best to just know how to deal with women, and just surround yourself with them. You'll be able to make more money, have pleasant more situations, and a lot of stuff. God damn.
Give it up, Americano. We got special cage to put cops in.
Oh, come on, don't die. Get back. Damn it. Get back. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a man could truly never be outdated with a woman, honestly. As long as a man got his shit together, he always is gonna be in style. Like, he'll never age out from a woman or none of that. And to be honest, it's like, of course you can't be a simp, but then, you gotta understand, well, what is a simp? Is that somebody who's paying for a woman? Is that somebody who's like I said, in a cuckold relationship? Because honestly, a single man out here who's spending all his money on a woman, but he ain't really got himself together the way he wanted to be, that could be a simp as well. My thing is, like I said, if you valuing that woman over your lifestyle, then technically that's considered a simp. If what she's getting out of the deal is more than what you getting out of the deal, and you losing assets and losing money and losing resources within the situation, then I guess you would be classified as a simp. But my main thing is just don't lose your resources dealing with these women. Don't end up with nothing, because it will happen, and these women will drain you and just jump on the next mushroom tip, as that boy Nino Brown would say. So just don't let that happen. But my boy Alex McGee, you got the game down right, man. Yes. Women your age, I'm telling you, man. You gonna realize that they are so annoying when you get an older woman and you end up going back to a girl your age. You're gonna realize how much more annoying she is. I'm telling you. Your age, I'm telling you. Gonna realize that so annoying. Get an older woman. Back to how much. Yeah.
Okay, man.
I know one thing.
We got him. It's all going down right. Got the whole
One thing that'll make your life easier is if you had a Xenia in your life. Just to be honest. And for anybody who don't know who Xenia is, go back about 20 or what is it, about 10 minutes or something like that from this part of the stream right now, and just listen to the story I told when I was 10 years old. It's pure um comedic, well not comedic, but pure value entertainment right there. And if you guys ever wanted to know how did he come up with all this crazy shit for the Frustrated Game Reviewer series, all these crazy sex jokes, that's where it originated from.
Some heavy duty shit going down
Blame
here tonight.
Xenia.
I don't know what the hell's going on. You gotta sort that shit out,
Xenia
man.
fucked my head up. Right there. If you guys ever wanted to know how did he come up with all this crazy shit for the Frustrated Game series, all these crazy sex jokes, that's where it originated from. Blame Xenia. That's why it's just funny. It's just funny. I was thinking about that in GoldenEye. It was like her name was literally Xenia, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy because it's the same girl in real life, and she was the same way. Yes, yes, DZ Montana, yes. Her name was literally Xenia. Like, crazy.
What you waiting for? We gotta move.
Like, she was the same way. Yes, yes, DZ Montana, yes.
Marcus, heads up. You got enemies on the roof. I can't get an angle on them. You trying to write your name with bullet holes again? Because it looks like you spelled it. A-S-S.
To be honest, all women are gold diggers. It don't even matter how good she look. As long as she has a vagina, somebody's gonna pay for something to make her life easier that you don't want to pay for. Just think about it like this. Think about all the times whenever you had to go to class, go to school, go to work, go to the store, anything like that, and how hard it was for you to find a ride from somebody, find money, you know, saying to do the stuff you need to do. At your age, a woman your age doesn't have to worry about that. Somebody's gonna come help her with that, and more than likely, it's gonna be somebody that's older too, that already probably has more resources and is a little bit more established. And that's just, you know, generally how it go. It ain't like you losing, because like I said, when you get older, these same broads, they gonna be washed out, and you gonna get you a broad that's gonna be much younger and fresher and more plump and resourceful. So that's just how the cycle go. That's why it's just better to just worry about getting your shit together.
For a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
It ain't like you lose, because I said when you get older, these same broads, they gonna be washed out. You gonna get you a broad that's gonna be sure or plump. That's why it's better to look at it. I remember it very well.
You make this easy.
I remember it very well from Xenia. But you know what's crazy though? I remember in my little job that I used to work at the here in the Midtown Atlanta. I remember when I worked there. I mean, to be honest, when you work in the restaurant industry, you'll be amazed. Like, you working around fucking prostitutes and strippers. You know what I'm saying? I remember it very well from Xenia. And that's like, you know, you may not know that's what these girls are doing, but they stripping. Trust me, and they prostituting.
Come on, Marcus.
And I remember when I was working at this little place in Midtown, washing dishes. It was this one girl that was in there. And she kind of had like the same vibe that Xenia had, but she was younger though. I mean, she was like much younger than me. And what's funny is like when we used to be at work, like I said, when you work in restaurant industry, man, that shit is like being in high school. Like, you be seeing all kind of shit going on. I remember that girl, like I said, she used to do the same thing Xenia used to do. She used to show me her boob and shit like that. We used to be at work, grabbing all on my dick and shit like that, like just randomly. Like, but she used to just be doing that, playing around though. Like, what's funny is like when we used to be at work, like I said, when I remember that shit is like she used to be like really crazy though. Like, Like you could tell, like she had a lot of anxiety and stress and shit going on with her. I don't know if she was sexually frustrated or
Nice suit.
what
Pity
her
about the
problem
blood
was,
stain.
but I remember she used to do that shit though.
She just be doing that playing around.
Okay, that does it. I get shot one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
You ain't gonna call your mom again, are you?
Ah, the hell with this.
You gotta
man.
watch these
Bullets
women
are
that be
one
having
thing,
that
but
anxiety
Russian
and that
lead
stress
my
though.
ass is way beyond the Call
They
of Duty.
really looking for you
You
to
wanna
just
try
take that
explaining
shit
that
off
to
of them,
them?
man. It ain't worth it. You can only deal with your own stress out here.
Damn it, it's like Red Square in here.
Stay on him. Time to take that Akimov bastard down for good. Head downstairs and get out on the far dock.
Mike, these Russians are starting to get to me. Hey, Pups, shoot the other guy for a change.
Damn, that couch got fucked up.
Goddamn, I should shoot you myself.
Okay, boys, time to wake up and do the submachine gun cha-cha.
Oh man, I'm writing that down. And I'm gonna tell Captain Howard, because this is just way scary now.
Fuck. This gun ain't really all that powerful. I should have preserved that health. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, shit. You know what's crazy, bro? I was raised around the same thing. Like a lot of the girls I was around, they were more like bisexual. They weren't just like straight lesbians, but a lot of them were like really aggressive. And boy, I really shouldn't be saying this, but this is Scorpio&Sebek universe, so fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. But Alex, you wouldn't believe it, but I actually have a friend here in Atlanta that actually I grew up with that was female but had a sex change into a male. I can't make this up. Can't make this up.
This is Scorpio&Sebek universe, so fucking I'm saying it anyway. But wouldn't believe it, but
What gang recommendation you got, When?
female, but sex changed into a male. I can't make this up. Make this up.
My thing is like,
What gang recommendation you got?
why would you want to be a guy? I'm thinking like, if you got all the accolades of being a female, like, you mean to tell me you want to be a guy to go out here and deal with all these problems with the police and fucking everybody trying to lowball you for everything you doing, overwork you to death? Like, why would you want to be this? I don't get that.
Why would you want to be a guy?
Oh man, this man said the world is not enough on Nintendo 64. Oh man. Hey, that's a good one. Man, we used to fucking kill that game. Oh man, yeah, that world is not enough, but that was the shit. Oh man.
Man, this man said the world is not enough on Nintendo 64. Hey, that's a good one. Man, we used to fucking kill that game. Oh man, yeah, that world is not enough, but that was shit. Oh man.
Yeah, Vigilante second offense, Vigilante 8 second offense, that was the shit. In fact, Vigilante 8 was actually a game that I was gonna review. That was like our Twisted Metal at the time because I didn't have a PlayStation, so I had a Nintendo 64, so Vigilante 8 was like the only game that I had an opportunity to really go and blow shit up with other cars before Grand Theft Auto came out.
Vigilante Second Offense. Vigilante 8 Second Offense. That was the shit. Vigilante 8 was actually a game that I was gonna review. That was like kind of twisted metal at the time. I had a Nintendo 64.
You trying to write your name with bullet holes again? Because it looks like you spelled it. E-S-S. How much ammo you packing anyhow? Don't make me shoot every single goddamn one of you.
Damn, hold on.
Looks like Mendoza's been here. It's all starting to fit together. Waste of goddamn bullets.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely Perfect Dark, man. That was the shit. Only thing I didn't like about Perfect Dark really was the campaign mode. That campaign mode was okay. Like whenever we played it back in the day, we only mainly played it for the multiplayer. But I remember you had to have like that expansion pack to play the campaign mode. And I didn't get one until later, and I remember when I finally borrowed one from my friend and I was able to play the campaign mode, like it was okay. It was kind of really like Halo, honestly.
Gonna do some major damage with this baby. Yeah, but to who?
Give up now. Oh yeah. You guys know one stereotype that kind of pisses me off, that a lot of these like I guess like it's just always kind of been out there, and people always like kind of like promote it. I see on social media and stuff. It's like the idea of like this sexy gamer girl. Like that shit does not exist in real life. Like if you find a girl that like video games, I think that was Silent Rob who said that shit, and he was so right when he said this. More than likely, she's going to be like a geeky, you know. And if that's what you like, that's cool. But don't expect like this bad bitch, quote unquote, archetype to be like this gamer girl, because she's not. She's not. Maybe that archetype will come later in life, but as of 2021, I don't think that exists.
You messing with the bad boys now.
Really? I ain't gonna lie, she ain't no true gamer girl. Like, I guess when I think of like a true gamer girl, you gotta check out this girl named Erin Plays here on YouTube. She's a true gamer girl. Like, you could tell like throughout her life, she always just played video games. She's always had every system. You could tell like when the games came out, she was into that stuff. Like I mean, somebody like who's knowledgeable about video games, not just somebody who plays video games.
You got to check out this girl
Like
named Erin Plays.
Erin's a good example of that. Like she's a true gamer girl.
Throughout her life, she always has played video games. She's always had every system. You could tell like when games came out, she was into that stuff. Like I mean, somebody who's knowledgeable about it, and not just somebody who's famous. Erin's a good example. She's a
too far away. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look her up after I get through with this. That's interesting because I've never ran. I mean, maybe you guys have just had better luck in life with that because, like I said, like I just haven't really seen that like that in my life. Like most of the girls I saw that claimed they play video games like that would play like 1 or 2 levels, and then next thing you know, they looking on their phone and worried about something else. Like their attention span is like this expansion of like a rat. So I just haven't really seen it like that.
Let's go, man.
really seen that in my life. Like most of the girls I saw that claim they play video games like that will play like 1 or 2 levels, and then next thing you know, they're looking on their phone and worried about something else. Like their attention span is like this expansion of like a rat. So I just haven't really seen it like that.
Not my town, bonehead.
Like, I've always been the unlucky guy when it came to that. Like, even though I had the experience I had with Xenia and Miss Robinson when I was younger, it just seemed like when I got older, those type of experiences just like I got so unlucky with. Like I said, I never met no gamer girl that was like into games and was like looking good, and you know, and all the other things that I was naming as well. I've never had that. Never had the teacher. Like I said, like I'm hearing, you know, like nowadays, like these guys is having sex and stuff with their teachers. Man, like I said, we had some old farts when I was in high school and middle school. Like we had them damn teachers that looked like them old ass teachers like that taught in like the cabins and shit. Like we those were the kind of teachers I remember us having like back in high school and middle school. We didn't have no sexy teachers like that. We had like sexy probably parapros or something like that, but that was about it. So I never got lucky with any of that when I got older. It seemed like all that luck was there when I was young, but once maturity set in, all that luck went out the window. It's like reality just slapped me in the face.
Enemy forces, all units on alert.
We had sexy probably parapros or something like that. That was about it.
Tactical. You know what that means? Means I get to kick your ass, punk.
Oh shit. Damn it. Oh yeah, I could imagine. I can imagine them being. I mean, but it's nothing wrong with a girl being super talkative and like that. I mean, after a while, you got to just kind of mold her to just adjust to how your personal space and how you like how your attitude is, and eventually, she'll learn how you are and adjust to that, and you'll adjust to her as well. That's just naturally, kind of a good thing. I mean, at least if she's talkative, at least that means she's interested in you. So ain't nothing wrong with that. I used to not really like talkative girls. I remember it was actually this white girl I used to deal with. She was very talkative like that, but she always like had a lot of interesting things to talk about. Like we would like have a lot of interesting perspectives on stuff. But one thing about the talkative woman you gotta watch out for is that she could get really argumentative. Like if it's something that you say that might not be agreeing upon her opinion, then that's just gonna be like something that's gonna kind of cause conflict, and that's where a lot of arguments are gonna rise too, just in differences in opinion, and it'd be like little small stuff, but over time that shit is just gonna get annoying, and it's gonna get draining having to deal with that.
They that might not be agreed upon her opinion.
Come on, man, don't let me die.
You spraying bullets
Fuck,
everywhere
man.
today. Still not getting any at home?
Damn. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you got to do to deal with them. That's cool too. But like this is one thing that you kind of got to do with women. Honestly, is when they talk and it may not seem like it's too much of an interesting conversation. You got to just kind of question them as far as like why they are saying something that may seem like it's bothering them or it's of interest to them, but or it's even of relevance to them. You just kind of got to question them as to like why is it even like relevant to you? Why are you even like bringing this up? And they may even do the same thing to you. So it's something that you may feel that's important.
You gotta just kind of question them
You know?
as far as like why they are saying something that may seem like it's bothering them or it's of interest to them, or it's even of relevance to them. You just kind of gotta question them as to like, why is it even like relevant? They even do the same thing to you. So something that you may feel.
But don't let these women drive you crazy. It's like my boy earlier said, don't be a simp. My boy Aaron said, don't be a simp. That's very true. But the number one thing I would say is do not let them drive you crazy because they will. Not let them drive you crazy.
Don't let these women drive you crazy. It's like what earlier said, don't be a simp. That's very true, but number one thing I would say is not let them drive you crazy. They will.
Yeah, please, please do not go crazy for anyone. This world is making you crazy enough. Just having to live with limited money. This fucking world is like you don't get paid enough for the shit you do out here. That's already hard enough to deal with. So the last thing you want to deal with is like having to deal with that problem for yourself and for somebody else, and then on top of the fact that other person you dealing with it for can't even really handle that shit the way that you can handle it. Just for the mere fact that because they don't have testosterone, produced inside them. So it's just a lot of stress that you're gonna have dealing with a woman. That's why I think they even said that about birds. Like they said a bird doesn't even try to like hatch its own eggs, and it even try to like fuck another female bird until he builds a nest. And that makes a lot of sense. So you don't really want to even be trying to fool with a woman like that until you got some way to get around. So you need to have your own little whip. It ain't got to be no Benz or no fucking Mercedes. Just something that'll get you from A to B that's reliable, and it's easily can be maintenance and mechanic on for a cheap price. And then of course you want to have your own little space to stay in as well. That's yours. You don't. I wouldn't really want to deal with no woman like that. I mean, even though when I was staying with my mom, I still was, dealing with women that was much older than me. So, but if you want her in your space like that, I mean, I would say just try to go on and just get your own little space, and don't have roommates. If you're gonna have a girlfriend, do not have roommates.
I wouldn't really want to deal with no woman like that.
Cause
Even though when I was staying with my mom, I still was, dealing with women.
not have roommates, cause especially if you have a homeboy and he has a girlfriend and she's insecure or something like that, that's a terrible situation to be in.
Marcus, heads up! You got enemies on the roof. I can't get an angle on them.
That's a terrible situation.
Y'all know what's crazy, man? In all my years in college, I had to live on my own. I started out when I was 17 years old was when I started at East Georgia College. I lived with a couple of people, like I said. One of them was actually in the chat, and that's my dog to this day. And like I said, man, never had even met this man in my life. Never had met these people or none of that. They had their girlfriends over and stuff. Like all they girls and little escapades and stuff they went on. Like, whenever they had their women over, it was never no problems. Like I said, got along with them fine and everything. The only reason why I will tell y'all that stuff about the roommate thing, because I don't know, it seemed like as soon as I moved back up here to Atlanta and I had somebody that I've been knowing since I was really young live with me, is when I had this problem. So you kind of got to just watch like the type of, people that you have around you as well too. Because certain people bring around certain energies that just don't mix well with you, honestly, especially in your living situation.
It seemed like as soon as I moved back up here to Atlanta,
I don't like that shit.
I had somebody that I've been knowing since I was really young.
Okay, now nobody panic.
I am not
So you kind of
panicking.
got to just watch like the
Good.
type
Just
of
keep your head
people
down. That place is crawling with assholes packing artillery.
I know people bring around saying, "Oh, this on Facebook."
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk into Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man.
Yeah, you do, man. You gotta deal with a lot of stuff out here as a black man. You most certainly do. I saw this picture. It had showed like all these different things that as a young black guy, like all the different obstacles and challenges and shit you have. One of them, like he was being handed like a blunt. Another one, the police had like a baton. Another one, it was like a guy handed him a chain. Another one was like a guy handed him like a blue or red bandana, like basically initiating him to a game. Another one showed like a female handed him her bra. And it's like you do have a lot of distractions out here, but you know, you just gotta know how to maintain them. I mean, we all got our own voices that we indulge in. And I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, man. The reason I can tell y'all so much stuff about women is because I've had a lot of different women I've dealt with in a lot of different situations. So a lot of this stuff I'm telling y'all is just from mistakes that I've made and you know, and just experience that I've had. But I got to admit, all of my experiences with these women though have been positive. Like I ain't never fell out with no woman. I ain't never had no police called on me for no domestic situation. I ain't never had to put my hands on no woman. I barely even have had to even argue with them. Especially when women that's older. Even the ones that's snappy and got attitude, I don't be having to argue with them like that. So it's just a matter of how you just carry yourself out here, honestly. As long as you got yourself together as a complete individual, it don't really matter if you black or white. You know, you're gonna be fine out here.
Bullets are one thing, but Russian leg my ass is way beyond the Call of Duty.
You want to try explaining that to them? You're spraying bullets everywhere today. Still not getting any at home?
God damn it, it's like Red Square.
Oh, you got your video games,
Time to take that hockey mob bastard down for good.
YouTube,
Downstairs and get out on the far dock.
and the internet. We'll be all good. That's messed up. He said he killing everybody because he ain't getting no pussy. That ain't the reason he's fucking everybody up.
Dos Vidania, amigo.
Video games, YouTube, internet.
This asshole.
Yep, the least stressful path. That's the path I want. But you got to be honest though. As best as you might be trying to like, you know, go on your path, it's always gonna be distractions. It's one phrase from Prodigy from Mobb Deep that I always like to think of. He say, keeping a positive mind and he said what that boy Prodigy say? Yeah, like keeping a positive mind and walking a straight path don't work. So niggas is forced to do dirt. And I understood that phrase because it's like you be out here trying to be positive and doing the right thing, but you always gonna have these different things out here that's gonna challenge that. And ultimately that's just the path you have to go through as a man, honestly, because like I said, you can't be somebody out here that's unbalanced and and letting little things bother you and getting bogged down by reality, the drudgery of reality, having to get up and go to a job and like I said, not being inspired like that to do anything, not being inspired to want to be anything differently. Women honestly thrive on that. When they see you try to do stuff different outside the normalities of stuff, that's what they clinch to. You'd be amazed, man. Like I said, how many women be interested in me just by the mere fact of me saying that I do my own business. And my shit ain't no $1 million business. My shit just be enough for me to pay my bills and my rent and be right over here on YouTube with you guys, man. So I don't have no extravagant lifestyle off of this shit, but it's the mere fact that you doing something outside the normalities. And like I said, a woman, that's not really her job to challenge this system like that. That's a man's job to go out here and and to kill and create a business and do all that stuff for her to have an opportunity to come in and have a role within that. I mean, that's honestly a man's job. And that's just the nature of how things go. Like I said, we got testosterone, so we can just produce the ability to do that shit. They can't. That's just why you gotta really have your shit together out here. Ain't like you in competition with nobody out here about yourself, because if another man get the woman you want, you better believe it's another woman out here that's probably better than that woman you thinking about. Because you'll never know. Like I said, you got choices out here, so you just got to be able to put yourself in a rather positive space, and as a valuable individual to put yourself among those choices. Otherwise, you're just gonna be limited.
I believe it's another one out here that's probably better than that woman. Yeah, you got choices. Put yourself rather than
Chance.
Looks like Mendoza's been here. It's all starting to fit together.
But you can't be an individual, blaming a woman and saying, oh, she lame, or
Mike, these Russians
oh, she stuck up, or she bougie, or she this, or she that. When she just wants you really to be the highest character or the highest value of yourself. If she's challenging you to do that, then I say just try to become the best of that person. And if that woman is still around and she able to do that same thing, then maybe you could deal with her. But if you've surpassed her, then it's gonna be another woman that's for you. So you just got to try to become the best of yourself, and the more you become the best of and the highest of yourself, the more you can kind of judge and well, not judge, but just kind of see what works for you and what doesn't.
be another one that's for you. So, you got to become the best of yourself before you become the best of your highest yourself, where you can kind of judge it. But not judge it.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I didn't know what kind of woman I wanted. I'm not gonna lie, that was like one thing I did not know. And yeah, man, I went through the self-hate stage too, man. I went through it bad. Oh God, I went through it bad.
I didn't know what kind of woman.
Oh my God, I went through that bad. And that happened to me when I was like 14. That was from like 14 to like 15. Because I had to move. I had to move from up here in Atlanta, but I was living in Riverdale at the time. And I had to move from Riverdale to Statesboro, man. That was the most depressing shit I had went through in my life. And
When I was like 14.
it was just a lot of things in life I was questioning at that time. That was just a big transition for me.
I
mean, not like Riverdale was anything different. I mean, it was country in Riverdale just like it was in Statesboro, but still it moves a lot faster up here in Atlanta compared to other little towns outside of Atlanta. Georgia is, different from Atlanta, basically. It's like the reason Georgia is a Democratic state is basically because of Atlanta. Anything outside of Atlanta is conservative. Straight conservative, man. I'm talking about where you still seeing Confederate flags, all that stuff. But people don't have that kind of vibe. I mean, some people do. I've been called a nigger and stuff like that. I know one thing, they white girls damn sure love us. Yeah. I put that salmon in the container. It's in the fridge.
What you waiting for? We gotta move.
Is this all I made your mom? I don't give a fuck. Is this all I made your mom?
Oh shit.
Man, I can't believe Jackson sold us out.
I know. Don't forget about Akimov. We'll worry about Jackson later.
You said you were the ringleader. Hell no. Honestly, I don't even really remember too many of my experiences at school. I graduated in 2009. It ain't like that was that long ago, but I don't know. It seemed like around 2012, like everything just kind of like just vanished. Like all my memories of like school. Like I only remember like really big stuff, but just like people and certain things. Like it's like I be having to kind of recall that stuff. A lot of times some people I talk to, from back in the day, they'll, tell me about somebody. I'm like, who? And then they'll remind me of them. Remember something they did, and that's how I kind of remember. But I swear, a lot of those memories are vague to me. And I don't even blame weed for that. It's just like I just been having to deal with so much adult responsibilities. Like you don't even be remembering like little shit no more. You don't be having time. You got to be paying for your living situation. You don't be really having time for that kind of shit no more.
I don't even blame him. But so much adult responsibility.
Oh. Man, like, what the fuck? I can't beat this level. I'm about to beat it. I'm probably gonna die one more time, and I'm about to get it on this next try. It's a lot of people in here, though. Ah, fuck. Oh, damn. That sucks. Yeah, a lot of that playground is those playground experiences. I'm glad those days are over. I will say that. I think about that a lot. I'm glad I'm an adult now. I'm glad as hell I'm not a kid no more. You got to go to school. You got to be around a bunch of people you don't like. Deal with shit that doesn't matter. It ain't gonna really pertain to any kind of shit you're gonna have to deal with as an adult. Everybody don't understand it. They themselves like that. They still developing in they minds and in their bodies. They going through puberty. God, I'm glad them days is over. I'm glad I'm grown now. I can actually pay for my own situation. Deal with shit that doesn't matter. It ain't gonna really pertain to any kind of shit you're gonna have to deal with as an adult. Everybody don't understand it. They themselves like that. They still developing in their minds and in their bodies. That's why college was so fun. We had so much fun in college, man. First of all, in college, you got the choice of going to class when you want to go to class. Like, you ain't got to get up early. Well, in the beginning, you're going to have to take an early class at some point, but college was just way better. That shit was just expensive, man. Still dealing with that bullshit to this day. That fucking student loan. Let's hope Biden canceled that shit. That shit fucking ravaged my credit.
Okay, man, this is it. We got him. It's all going down right here. Got the whole group.
Careful, dude. Ain't gonna be able to get you out of any boxes this time
Yes.
around.
Please use those scholarships to your advantage. Please do that. When I was in college, I actually went to a 2-year school at first because I did so horrible on the SAT because I was never good at standardized tests. But ironically, I graduated high school with a 3.3 GPA. But I was not good at standardized tests. Dude, I don't even remember the scale on that shit, but on the SAT I had a fucking 330 on the math, a 310 on the writing, and like a 300 or some shit like that on critical thinking. Now, y'all have seen me get to level 4 on fucking Bad Boys Miami Takedown. Do you really think my critical thinking skills are at a fucking level 300? But I'm not gonna lie, the morning I took that test, it was fucking early as shit. When I did the study guide for that shit, I'm like, dude, that shit was like training for like fucking scientists and robots and shit. I'm like, what the hell kind of questions and shit does this even? What am I even gonna be doing this type of work for? They were asking me like how to solve like research problems and shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to be a fucking chemical engineer and shit like that. I did horrible on the SAT. Took the ACT, I did bad on that. I didn't understand none of those fucking tests. So I said, man, fuck that. I'm going to a 2-year college. I was fortunate enough at the time at the 2-year college I went to, it was on a 4-year school campus in Georgia Southern, which was what I was trying to go to. And their tuition was so cheap. I think that tuition was like $1,600. Dude, I already had a 3.3 GPA coming from high school. And in Georgia, we got this thing called the Hope Scholarship, where we had that, back in the day. And that basically helped pay like a third of your tuition. So when I went to school, that shit paid like a third of my tuition. Plus I had a federal grant from Sally Mae and the federal education system. They paid all that shit for me. So basically, since the tuition was so low, my refund was like fucking $3,000. And I was getting that for like 2 years until I finally transferred into a 4-year university. And then I had to finally take out that fucking loan. And I did that for like 4 years straight. Now I owe these fuckers like $50,000. But if Biden can pass this bill, might not have to pay them a dime. I mean, they might as well, because they were actually shocked when I was paying on the loan, because nobody's paying on that shit. And if you guys don't believe me, which I know y'all do, but this will be for anybody that watches this chat in the stream, maybe years from now, or probably it'll be a new sub and be like, this guy's just some idiot gamer or whatever. I have the degree right here to prove it. I have a bachelor's of arts in history and a minor in writing. That's the reason why these game reviews are scripted so well, and that's the reason why the commentary is so good, because I went to school for writing. But that's not primarily why my writing skills are good. I've always been a writer, and as a writer, you can pretty much do anything you want in this world. It's like being an accountant.
Kevlar vest. Just the thing for a nice safe walk in Miami.
Considering how bad your aim is, man, I have to agree.
But that's not primarily why my writing skills. I've always been.
I swear to God, the SAT, like I said, when I took that test, I will never forget that. Because first of all, when I took it, I was already slick thinking to myself, this shit probably don't matter, because fortunately, my brother, who's 2 years ahead of me, he had went through the same problem, but he had already went through the 2-year program, and I saw how it worked out for him. And I thought to myself, okay, by him doing that, he paid less money for his tuition. He didn't have to take out a student loan coming in the door, and he got a big refund. Okay, I'm going to a 2-year school. Like, fuck all that shit about somebody sitting here saying, oh, you know, you behind, and oh, you got to take the remedial classes. I didn't give a damn about none of that shit. I did that, and what was interesting is by the time I did transfer into a 4-year school, I was actually ahead of people that I had went to school and graduated that went straight into Georgia Southern in 4-year programs, because a lot of them were failed in classes. Me, I passed all my classes. I just fucked up on those tests. Because in Georgia, we got this other test called the Compass test when you enter into college, and basically you got to take that test to determine if you're gonna be able to take the regular college algebra and college literature and shit like that. And I failed that test as well. But fortunately, I passed it, you know, later on, and I was able to, you know, to get into the classes like I needed. But they had that shit so cutthroat to where you couldn't even like move on to take the regular classes, and if you failed that test, you had to retake the class all over again, and that shit was a whole 5 months in a semester. Like, that shit sucked. I'm telling you, standardized tests are some bullshit, man. They some bullshit, and I can tell you from experience, and plus, as I've told y'all before, my mom is in education, and she could tell you just as well, you know, too. Like, all that shit is about them folks getting funded, and probably pocketing that money and doing all kind of shit with, you know, going on trips and doing whatever they want to do with it. That shit goes on in education just like anything else.
God damn it, it's like Red Square in here.
Stay on him. Time to take that hockey mob bastard down for good. Head downstairs and get out on the far dock.
Damn, there's so many of them. I'm talking about, but that morning I took the SAT, I was so tired, bro. I just remember thinking to myself, why in the fuck am I here doing this shit? And then when, like I said, when I saw the questions, I'm sitting here literally thinking to myself, is college really this fucking hard? Because the kind of questions they asking, I'm like, can't nobody answer this type of shit. I'm like, I know motherfuckers in college right now, and these folks, I had better grades than them in high school. It's no way that college could be this hard. And y'all asking me all these fucking crazy ass scientist questions and shit. I said, oh no.
This fucking because the kind of right now, these folks, I had better grades than them in high school.
Cool. Now I'm almost as good as new.
Which wasn't that good.
Crazy ass scientist questions. I said, oh no.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I hated math. And math is just some of the most craziest shit too, because it's like, first of all, we invented math, like, you know, so I'm like, this shit that y'all coming up with obviously is something designed for a standardized test. It can't be this goddamn hard. But in college, I only took one math class. That was college algebra, and that was it. I said, fuck that shit. I'm not about to sit here and be trying to figure all this stuff out. The only math I need to know is basically how to count my money. As long as I know how to do that, I'm good to go.
You know, this shit that y'all coming up with, obviously, not can't be this goddamn hard. But in college, I only took one math class. That was college algebra. That was it.
I love these things. Just throw them.
And watch them bounce back and blow your own legs off.
You know, it's basically how to count my money. As long as I know how to do that, I'm good to go.
Damn, dog. Come on. I remember when I was in economics, that was in my senior year in high school. I had this guy. He was cool as hell, man. I think this dude used to do fucking acid and shit like that. Like, and I know he smoked weed. But I remember he used to always, I used to tell him that I wanted to open my own like chicken wing restaurant. He used to always like throughout the whole year use like my idea of like a chicken wing business as like an example of stuff that I was doing, you know, that we would have like as an, you know, whatever we were discussing in class.
You want to try explaining that to them?
And
How much ammo you pack?
like I said, man, remember he used to always tell me like, dude, you better open this chicken wing restaurant with all these ideas and these examples we're using. You know what was crazy? I actually tried to do that chicken wing business, like he said. But y'all won't believe what happened. When I was living in Statesboro, I was hustling, man. Like I said, it was so hard to find a job down there. You couldn't do anything to make money. I used to sell fucking wings out my house. No health permit, no license, or none of that shit. And I actually used to get flyers and brochures and make them. So one day, my brother was out on campus, like passing some around and shit. And it was some girl that had told him, like, you know, like this must be not real business. You know, y'all must be trying to like scam or do some shit like that. We're like, no, we're just trying to make some money. Man, tell me why I'm sitting at home thinking that I'm about to get an order for some fucking wings. Some lady calling me trying to like say yes, I would like to get the sexy Samanthas. Like I had basically named the chicken wings after a female. Like each wing flavor was named after a female. But she was trying to say it as if like she was trying to like set me up and like, you know, like she got me on wiretap and shit like that. Like, lady, I already know that, you know, this is a health department and y'all folks is trying to shut my business down, man. She was like, you know, you can't do that. You gotta have a health permit and all this other shit. You gotta do it in a commercial kitchen. And you know, you can get fined for that type of shit. You can fuck around and get thousands of dollars. I mean, like I said, I could have poisoned somebody and turned the whole city into zombies and shit. So, but you know what's crazy? As soon as they hung up their phone, I still was booming it. I still was doing that shit anyway. Still selling the wings to my neighbors. So there's that for college algebra. That's the only damn thing you need to know about math is how to count your money and how to make it. That's the only damn thing you need to know about math is how to count your money.
Import this, asshole.
I mean, honestly, the only time, like I said, an artist would need to know math is when he got to pay his taxes at the end of the year. Honestly. Other than that, he don't need to know what the Pythagorean theorem exemplifies and all that shit. Honestly, how's that gonna get him some pussy? I never forget that when I was in college algebra, that was one of the funniest things I ever heard. I mean, it was this dude in there. He used to sit right next to me, and me and him used to cheat off of this girl that sat in front of us because literally that's the only way I was getting the hell out of there. I cheated my way through that shit because I'm like, look, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I had to work at McDonald's the night before. I'm like, I'm just trying to do this. I done paid y'all bastards. Just get me out of here. That's not even why I'm down here at Georgia Southern. But I never forget when this dude was like, oh, one time we was in there trying to learn chapter 3 and fucking why a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I never forget when he was like, man, how the hell am I gonna get some pussy knowing what the Pythagorean theorem is? Oh man, I never forget when he said that. It's like I never forget when he said that. And when that fool, I remember we had got our refund from that federal grant I was telling y'all about. And that fool was like, when he woke up that morning, he thought it was Christmas. Because I swear to God, that's how I felt when I woke up that morning, boy. Dude, I remember when I had kept calling the number because they sent you like a refund card. I remember I kept calling that number and calling. They kept saying your one account balance is $0. And finally, when they sent that money, that shit said your one account balance is $3. As soon as I heard that 3,000, I went straight to GameStop. I remember, and I had bought the PS3 Slim version. This was in fall of 2009. That's when that PS3 Slim had just came out. I went straight there to buy it. I remember at first I went to Walmart to buy it, and ironically, it was a kid that was in high school buying it that same day. I thought he had just got his refund check that day. But ironically, he had just saved up his money, you know, saved up enough soda cans and shit, and went and bought the thing. He bought the last one at Walmart, so I said, fuck. And I had to go to GameStop, and I bought it there. Man, I remember I was walking out that fucking door, because I remember I went to pay for it. Everybody was like, oh, he has it. He's finally got the chalice. I was sitting there looking at everybody walking around, like, hey, get back. Stay back. Stay back. Don't bite me. What do you want from me? I had to back out of there when I got that PS3, boy. I was so goddamn happy.
Let's go, man.
Man, I'll never forget that.
Who's finally got the chalice? Looking at everybody walking around.
I
Like,
see.
get back.
Pity about the
Stay
blood
back.
stain.
Stay back. What do you want from me? I had to back out of there when I got that PS3, boy. I was so goddamn happy. And I'll never forget that.
I got PlayStation 3 that day. I bought SOCOM Confrontation. I bought Dead Space. Matter of fact, Jimmy had gave me Dead Space. And a couple of more games I remember. But I didn't have the internet yet, so you really didn't truly have a PlayStation until you got that internet service. Once PSN, it's like once I was on there, man, I was hooked.
I want SOCOM Confrontation.
I'm talking about hooked.
Jimmy again.
That's why it's sad you were saying that about PSN, because it's like I remember at that time, man, like I saw all the games you could buy on there on that digital version. Man, I was hooked on there. Especially on that Mortal Kombat, used to be able to play that online, man. That shit used to be fun as hell.
But sad you were saying that about PSN. It's like I remember that time. I saw all the games you could buy on there. Man, I was hooked on there.
I still haven't played the 5. I mean, shit. To be honest, all these games now are pretty much just like set up like movies. I'm not even really all that interested in it. I'm gonna buy it, of course, and play some games on it just to kind of be able to keep up with things. But it's like I kind of already know what to expect with most of these systems now. And then I'm not buying the 5 until they come out with a slim version, just like with the 3. Because everybody that's buying it now are pretty much test subjects. Nobody really knows when they're gonna have to start patching this shit up.
Don't forget about Akimov.
More patches in these damn systems than a fucking soldier in damn Stalingrad. Damn it, long. Fuck. Oh man. It's 12:30. I'm probably about to call it a night. Man, I'm a little tired right now. This was a nice stream. I'm probably about to get back on this tomorrow. I can't really focus right now because I'm getting a little tired. But probably be on a little bit later tomorrow, maybe in the evening sometime, or maybe at night. But I'll see you guys later. I appreciate y'all joining the stream, and I am out.